Yo, this is Zoe Williams, the voice of reason and the host of the ZOWHAT Morning Show. First and foremost, let me thank everyone who's donated to the GoFundMe page. But I have some bad news to report. One of our biggest donations has proven to be fraudulent. And of course, they took that out of our account earlier today. I'm really disappointed about it. They said it was some fraudulent activity that happened on the GoFundMe page, and it kind of hurt my heart because I knew it was kind of too good to be true when we got these huge donations maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, but now one of them has proven to be fraudulent, and I'm thinking that the other 3 may also be found that way as well. Needless to say, my goodness, we are in need of those donations to keep the high quality production that we do going. I don't know what to say about, who's responsible for it. I just know we got to keep pushing. I just know I cannot be stopped because of something like this. I just ask that everybody come together, coalesce around this cause, and donate to www.gofundme.com/Zoe Williams. If you appreciate the work we do and you love the shows that we produce, please, out of the kindness of your heart, continue to support. Thank you so much, and we'll keep it coming. Deuces.
Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
I'm a relationship hack.
Run up and get touched up, suicide. And all of y'all know my style. I excel, then prevail. Run up and get touched up, suicide, that's it. And all of y'all know my style. I excel, then prevail.
Ladies and gentlemen, the ZOWHAT Morning Show is on the air. We up in here for yet another riveting topic. Oh, God. You already know I can't even get to these topics until I start talking about these businesses that need to be supported. Right? I got my people in the building right now. Let's support some business. Let me tell you something right now. Turn that beat down just a little bit. Man, today was tough already. Number one, my GoFundMe page got hit with fraud.
With fraud?
And I knew it was funny style. I knew something was funny style. About 3 weeks ago, I got 4 sizable donations in a matter of 33 minutes.
Somebody stole the credit card?
I don't know what somebody did, but one of those donations was for $5,000. It got yanked today. I'm just pissed about that. Like, who would do some felonious, fallacious shit like that? That's why I didn't spend none of the money, because I felt like, who?
Some brothers who call themselves helping?
Nah, I don't even think it. I think it was some saboteur. Somebody who sends some money and expect you to go out and spend it and then get caught up having to pay it back. Because that works that way too. Just a little disappointed about that.
That's the bullshit.
Then I dropped Prima off to school. I'm on the way back to the crib to get ready for the show. I see a 2-year-old little baby running across the street by herself. Following this other kid. This dude is 16. He on his way to Inglewood High. So man, it was tragic, but it was also an indication that the black village is still alive.
Right.
Because me and this security guard, we had to stop. So I saw the baby run across the street.
Right.
He saw the baby. We look at each other like, hey, who little baby is that?
Yep.
So we go into black man protection mode. Hold on. I flip a bitch. He walked down the street. I say, you get the girl. I'm going to roll up and grab the boy. Hey, man, is this your sister? Nah, I don't even know her. Well, why would you walk away from her? What? I got to make it to school. Nigga, I'll take you to school. What the fuck?
There's a baby behind you.
I said, go back and get that little girl. So he go back. I flip the car around, and I'm rolling side by side. Then a sister come out, and then she go get the baby, and then they walking together, following the baby's instruction on where she live. She 2. She can't be no more than 2, my nigga.
She's 2 years old.
Oh, wow.
So I'm asking him, I said, who is she? He said, I don't know. The little 16-year-old, I don't know who she is. He said, I just walked by her house. She was in the yard and she waved at me. So I waved at her and I kept going. And then she started following me. I said, but nigga, you was walking as if she walked across the street by herself. When I tell you cars and shit is coming, she just darts out. She don't look both ways. She don't know that yet.
No.
So she led them to her neighbor's house. And we all out the car now. It's like 8 people walking up to the neighbor house like, who baby is this? Like, we about to beat somebody.
That's
Who
right.
the fuck baby is this?
That's with it though.
You see?
See the 2 different generations. How we're taught to take care, and next generation is not taught to take care of each other.
So the neighbor was like, oh, I know this girl. Her people live upstairs. So she take the baby. The mother is coming down the stairs as the lady is taking the baby up the stairs. We all still right there like, nigga, we need answers.
What the hell you doing? Let your 2-year-old out.
Oh my God.
And the lady is like, wait, well, her brother left the door open. And so she ran out. I said, but look, we've been involved in this ordeal for 25, 30 minutes. You just coming outside.
You didn't notice her missing?
You didn't know she was gone? Your 2-year-old? Shit. I was just like, all right. Well, I was just happy that, nigga, she could have got hit. Number one, she could have got hit.
That's why the universe sent you her way.
Oh, my God.
That's an unfit mama?
I don't.
Yeah, we don't put the label on it, but
Fuck, I don't know where to
pay
go
attention,
with that.
goddamn.
Yeah.
Shit. Next time.
I don't know where to go with that, but it was heartbreaking to see that. But then at the same time, I was lifted up a little bit because I was like, oh man, after getting that fucking GoFundMe notice that motherfuckers is bullshitting, I felt a little bit better just having been of service to that little girl. You know, so I felt good. And then I got the kid. I said, come on, man. You ain't going to be late. Get in the car. Whipped him around. Took him to Inglewood. It was like, and I told him, I said, the next time, hopefully there ain't no next time.
Right.
But I said, in an event like that, take the little girl to school with you. Take her to the principal and say, this little girl, she followed me.
Right.
They'll get in contact with the folks, the police, and whoever else needs to be involved. I said, don't just walk away like she a puppy.
Right. But you never know what you changed in that little dude's mind, man. This dude may go on to be some super magnanimous brother now who helps everyone now because of that incident that you know what I'm saying, that he came across. Because he tried to walk away, but the universe literally flipped it right back around and showed him a mirror. Like, no, dude, you can't do that. You have to help your people.
Right. Well, shit, man.
That's what's up, man.
Well, I feel a little bit better. Let me shout out some businesses. Number one, only 165 copies of the Relationship Dismount still available. Please, please, please go support this movement. In light of the GoFundMe bullshit, I need it like a mug. Frank is expensive. The upkeep of all the things we're trying to do is expensive. I'm glad we didn't buy that camera. God damn. Even though we need it. The Relationship Dismount. Physical copies. Only 160 copies remain. IamZoWilliams.com. Also, man, you gotta go support my t-shirts. 50% Tupac plus 50% Deepak equals 100% hypocrite. Motherfucker. I got two natures. Niggas, new niggas, old niggas trying to mind fuck the new people who fuck with me to think that I'm just one way. 50% Tupac plus 50% Deepak equals 100% ZOWHAT. New t-shirts at IamZoWilliams.com. Order your copy right now.
Right now.
Also, is that sister still on the line? Let's get her right now. She represents Total Package Energy. I wanted her in studio. This is a world-class athlete. Sister, you on the line right now?
Yes, sir. How are you?
Turn that music down. Turn that music down a little and turn her up so I can hear. Say again, honey.
Hello, sir. How are you doing?
I am alive and well. How are you today? Can you tell the world who you are, what you've accomplished, and how Total Package Energy has helped you reach your physical performance goals?
First and foremost, hello, everyone. My name is Elicia Davis. I go by Lily as my nickname. I am from East Oakland, California, born and raised.
Wait, hold on. You from East Oakland?
Yes, sir.
Town business.
Yes, sir.
She said, yes, sir, of course. Okay. Now, you can't keep going without saying town business. Now finish up.
Just funny. Thank you. So I just graduated from Arizona State University last year. I played for the women's basketball team there for the past 4 years. I played all 4 years in every game. So that just goes to how much I am very adamant about staying healthy, being healthy as an athlete. I was also on the dean's list every year, and I accomplished my goal of graduating summa cum laude, which is the highest honor you can get as far as academics. I graduated with a 3.81 cumulative GPA.
Wow.
I also was able to do a very good job of finishing with 170 hours of community service over my 4 years being there.
Wow.
Also, being at Arizona State, I came in the process when we were rebuilding our program. So first season, we went 13-18. That was the worst we've ever done in program history. We were the only team out of all of the sports to not go to postseason, and that was also the first year we didn't go to the NCAA tournament. So from that, fast forwarding, we ended, as my senior year, we ended as Pac-12 co-champions. We tied with Oregon State. That was the first time since we switched from the Pac-10 to the Pac-12, that we were the first sport ever in our school to win a championship as a Pac-12 school.
Wow.
Also, within my tenure, we were the only school ever in any conference and in our conference to ever sweep the Stanford Cardinals. We played them 2 times, and we basically beat them at our house. 2 years in a row, and that's never been done.
Dope.
Yeah.
So tell me about Total Package Energy and how it has benefited you. My homeboy, Anthony Eagleton, I'm sure you know who that is. That brother, trains all of these guys to reach peak performance. And I'm telling you, he's like, what's that rat from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Splinter.
He's like Spinner.
Splinter.
He's like Splinter. He's like an old guru.
Master Splinter.
And I'm telling you, after you deal with Anthony Eagleton, you're going to be faster, stronger. You're going to be more explosive. Am I lying, sister?
No, sir, not at all.
Man. So tell us about Total Package Energy real quick.
Total Package Energy is first and foremost no carbs, no sugars. And those are the 2 key things that people worry about when wanting to use supplements or drinks when they are dieting, exercising, working out, wanting to lose weight, etc. So the fact that the two main factors that play a big part in one's diet and exercise, those things are taken out while still keeping it nourished and good taste and flavor. So I think that that's key. Secondly, you don't crash. So when you compare it to a 5-hour energy, a Red Bull, etc., all those things after a certain amount of time of using that energy shot, then you kind of feel like the crash, and you kind of feel like after a while you're low energy. You kind of feel like you never took the drink at all, and you kind of feel a little bit worse. This drink doesn't do that at all. This drink is giving you all of the nutrients that you need that you probably don't get on a day-to-day basis. And I love that everything is all natural. So the fact that you're getting a natural drink, no sugar, no carbs, and it's FDA registered, all the ingredients in the FDA are approved, it just lets you know that not only are you doing everything that's correct as far as health reasons, but you're also not doing anything that will affect your performance after a few hours. So this just gives you the extra boost to get through your workout, but also, you know, if you have a long day, you have to go to class. Also, if you have a full day, you have a workload of things to do that's on your desk. On your desk after lunch.
So let me ask you this real quick. Where do people get it? Tell people right now where they can get Total Package Energy. I drank 2 of these motherfuckers this morning. I'm going to be up all week.
This house needs a painting.
TotalPackageEnergy.com.
TotalPackageEnergy.com?
And that's where you can get it. And if when you go there and you're purchasing your drink, it's basically $30. So it's $29 and some change, but relatively it's $30. And if you go there and you buy it, you can put my name, Elicia, Elisha, in the representative box, and that will basically let you guys know, let everyone know that you bought the drink because you heard it from me.
You got to get your own money.
Thank you, baby girl. I appreciate you for calling. I got so much love for you. Thank you. My friends are in here trying to steal some from me.
What up with that total package, though? Damn it.
I appreciate you, young lady. Anytime you're in LA, you should come through here and chop it up with us, okay?
I would love to. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I appreciate it.
Awesome. That was a great future leader.
Hey, fool, what up with all that red on that total package?
You know how easy, you know how difficult it is to graduate from motherfucking ASU?
Yeah, man.
3.86 GPA?
Youch.
Shit.
Youch.
Out here clowning. There's some other businesses I need to promote real quick. My cousin, Kenneth Boggs Suits. Go support him. Leo's Web Solutions. This guy created some mini commercials for me for Instagram that I've been posting, little videos or whatever. So I said I got to put him on my website and shout him out. Leo's Web Solution. Digital solutions and connections. Please continue to support that brother. New Republic West did my taxes, both personal and business. Those guys are the ones. Go please support them. MVP Services. More Visa and passport services.
I see that.
You see that, right? MVP Services, more Visa and passport services. It's like a travel agent, man. They real dope with that. Please continue to support. If you want to find out about the businesses that I feature on my website, all you gotta do is go to IamZoeWilliams.com, click the community empowerment segment, and support. We need to be Cash Mob. Frank, pull up the GoFundMe page right now. Please, only serious donations. Oh, my God. Please.
Yes.
www.gofundme.com/ZoeWilliams. One other thing I want to promote real quick is blackspot.com.
Blackspot.
That is the Afro social networking site. It's real dope.
And I finally signed up.
There
man.
you go. I'm a member. Blackspot.com. Kevin, I know you got to support something right now.
Yes. A couple of things, actually. Cop Stop Guardian is the first thing. That is basically your own guardian angel in the car with you at a traffic stop. We're basically just trying to communicate or be the communicator between the driver and the police officer so everybody gets to go home safely. So please support that. You can go to GoFundMe/CopStopGuardian and please just help us out. Also, I just created the Real Nagas app, and it'll be in the App Store in about a couple of weeks on the Apple App Store and the Android App Store. But for now, you can go to realnagasapp.com to check it out. on your mobile phone, or Frank, I'll give Frank the links where you guys can actually download the link onto your phone. And basically what it is all the videos that we used to show on the show, all the videos as far as all the topics, the information that we have, all of those videos will be in the app, as well as the gear that we have on. You can see Hassan with the All Rights Reserved shirt. Both of us have the All Rights Reserved shirt.
I didn't get one.
Hey, look, I'm wearing it better right now.
I gave you a Dragonmore shirt, but you can find all that stuff at therealnoggetsapp.com. And also you can download it once I give Frank the links.
Really quick, Weed Juice. Promote it, man. What's the deal today?
Come out to the Weed Juice store. Our code for 20% off is 20% off juice. You can get any of our programs, weight loss, 3-day cleanse, energy pack, recovery, detox, immunity, anything you want, we provide and stuff. Get that straight nutrition to your body. So it's 20% off juice. It's the code, okay?
Thank you. Triumph Beyond Designs. These are the guys who built my website. Please continue to support them. If you have a business that needs a website, some super fly iciness like mine, triumphbeyonddesigns.com. Man, he done embedded videos. He's got the whole pre-order for the holographic relationship. I need your support on the holographic relationship. You can pre-order at my website, imzowilliams.com. The new book, the follow-up to the relationship dismount, is getting ready to slap your mama spirit in the mouth. It is a powerful work, I promise you. Listen, that's the end of the community empowerment. When we come back after this break, into the topic. Holla! Ladies and gentlemen, the ZOWHAT Morning Show back in the building. Oh, shit. Here we go. No Dr. G, so I'm going to set up the topic today. Why are people surprised when their idols let them down? People they placed on a pedestal. Oh, my God, Daddy got a whole new family. When was you gonna tell us? Never. If your mama wasn't so goddamn inquisitive.
That's right.
Nobody would have ever found out. No, seriously. Why were so many people heartbroken when they found out that Bishop Eddie Long was Bishop Eddie Chili Dog?
How about that?
No disrespect to the dead. I'm just saying.
Hey.
You know, why do we tend to put people on a pedestal? If you look at it this way, remember Tiger Woods, right? Tiger Woods, greatest golfer in the world. Nobody could fuck with him. He's down 4 strokes in the last round. Next thing you know, zip, he wins by 4.
Yeah.
You know, he was untouchable. Then it broke. He got a fetish for these little trashy white pieces. A little pink toe, you know? Right? And the way he did it was hella ratchet. You know what I mean? So he loses all this money. He gets in trouble. And more importantly, he loses brand sponsorship.
A lot of great men been brought down by some good pussy.
Right. So he loses Nike. He loses Tag Heuer, yeah. Tag Heuer.
Hoyer, yeah.
Hoyer, right. He loses them. He loses American Express. He loses all of this. So in America...
White pussy expensive.
Right. So in America, the corporation wants to align itself with an image, right? An image that is perceived to be beyond reproach. Mm-hmm. An image that is perceived to be unassailable. So now, whether it's a politician, whether it's a preacher, whether it's a relationship coach, a radio personality, anybody, we build up these unrealistic expectations of them because it's easier. Watch this. Jesus. It appears to be easier to exalt someone else than it is to exalt ourselves.
Wow.
So that leads us to today's topic, the Screen Actors Guild of Everyday People. A deeper look at the nature of hypocrisy and its grip on the minds of men. We want to talk about hypocrisy. I've been called a hypocrite in the last few weeks. And that's fair. Right?
I don't know. Because you never, look, your philosophy was, look, I'm a dragon more.
I've always said that.
So you've always said I walk the balance. I walk the line.
I've always said that. But at the end of the day, the way the media works, the media is about something that's called spin. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. Look at our guy, Bill O'Reilly. Oh, yeah. He's always been acting like the moral right.
Oh, my God.
But all types of debauchery going down at Fox.
Ass smacking. And
a lot of ass smacking. Hey, what's up with that pussy off the air? Oh. And in news.
Back in a moment with the spread. Where's Deborah? I want to put my thumb in her ass. Where is she? Deborah! It's time for that proctology, and we're back.
So I want to kill and crush this imbalanced belief we have in whoever our leaders, whoever, the people we adore. They're fucking human beings,
right?
And to be a human is to be fallible. It goes. I talked about the corporate side of it. If you're gonna be a corporate sponsor, your shit better be clean. What about the religious hypocrite? You get the Pope. The Pope is considered to be the only infallible human on planet Earth. Yet for centuries, they've been shuttling pedophiles to different parishes to keep it quiet.
Yeah, they've been dealing with the Duke shooters.
Right.
Child sex ring.
Let's put this motherfucker on the... my guest is coming. Let's put this motherfucker on the motherfucking pedophile shuttle.
Father Flanagan, you fucked one little boy too many.
Father Fallopian, you're just...
Father Fallopian. Father Fallopian.
I'm just saying.
Oh!
Yeah.
There he is.
There he is.
Sorry for being tardy. Don't hit me.
That's all right. No.
How you doing, brother? Hey, everybody.
There he is.
Hey.
Always.
Hello, brother. Oh, man, I did everything to get in. Then went the wrong way. Drove right past. I thought you were on the other side, Quang, where it splits.
Okay.
And I started looking.
I never thought I would say this. I never thought I would say this, but stop talking.
Oh my God.
Ladies and gentlemen,
here we go.
You don't get to come on this show without me introing this dude.
Okay, here we go.
I had just got out of the Marine Corps trying to figure out what the fuck to do with my life. And I wandered up on Venice Beach. And I heard and I walk up and it's just a dude. No mic, no spotlight, a dude and a bucket being filled with dollars by hundreds of people about to piss on themselves on Venice Beach. This man's name is Michael fucking Colyar.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Yay, thank y'all.
One of the legends.
Oh my God.
Hey man, I went to his one-man play.
Oh, brother, thank you for coming to it. Meant a lot that
You saw me.
up.
I was sitting right there in the front row like.
Yes, sir.
And when I tell you he put on a damn show.
That's awesome.
Thank you, brother.
Everybody was turned up. I was looking around like, shit, okay, there go Bobby Brown.
You see his name
on
the sign.
Bobby Brown?
Yeah, I was like, damn. It was fire.
If you see his name on the sign, walk your ass on in. You finna see some shit.
Oh man, he shut it down.
Truly a great show. I'm really pleased myself. I think it's the best work I've done in my 30 years in the game. It's called Michael Colyar's Mama, and it's a play. It's not a comedy show. A lot of comics say I'm doing a one-man show, so they do 90 minutes of a stand-up routine. Yeah. But this is drama and comedy. It follows my life as a child and my kids and my mother's relationship with my father, and then my success and failures. You know, I've been rich 3 times, but I've been broke 17. It covers my addiction. You guys know I did 23 years of crack, and as of March 1st, I have 6 years of sobriety. Right. So I get to tell this whole story, and in between it, I'm doing my comedy routine.
Did you film it?
I have it on film, but I'm not selling it. It's not for public. I'm going to do 100 cities.
Look at that.
Live. So I want to do it in theater first, and if I show it to people on tape, they don't have to bother to come. It's going to go to Broadway, man.
Right.
You know?
That's PIMPIN apostrophe.
Hey, pimpin' ain't
listen,
easy.
I can't. Listen, you know me. I don't bullshit. When I tell you this shit is fire.
Oh, bro.
Listen, and let me just, from my perspective, I got a lot of friends from Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
Corey Holcomb, Jeff Brown,
Yes,
you.
Yes, sir.
I got a gang of friends. Arana Lopez.
Yes,
I got a lot of people from Chicago.
Hustler Academy.
Let me just say, though, his play brought Chicago alive to me.
Chicago's gonna go crazy
When
they show up in Chicago.
If you from Chicago, you gonna be like, well,
You'll go
shit.
crazy. They're gonna remember the neighborhoods,
Donuts,
the
63rd Austin.
buildings.
Yeah.
Man,
White Castles.
Oh my God.
he was
Robert
showing the
Taylor
pictures.
Hall.
Robert Taylor Hall, come on.
It was cold, man.
Well, I have a great director named Iona Morris, and her genius was to put in those pictures. You know, I mean, not just every family member, but all the buildings I lived in, the schools I went to from grade school to high school. So it evolves into a true story, you know, and it's been cool. I mean, last Sunday, Congresswoman Maxine Waters came up and opened the show for me. And then last Saturday, Miss Chalet opened the show. My goal is to have a star open the show. It's just the opening when you come out and say, welcome to Michael Colyar's mama, although y'all are not welcomed to Michael Colyar's mama. But anyways, they come out and say, welcome to Michael Colyar's mama. And then they say, you know, please make sure you cut off your phones. They're basically say one or two things about themselves and move out, you know, and then do the show. And in cities where I don't have a star to open it, we'll do a contest on the radio. And you can win the chance to come out and open the show. So it's just gonna be some flash. But I love this show. And I mean, you weren't there to Easter though, huh?
No.
Okay, so you know the show. I deal with my relationship and my past relationship.
Yes.
Folks who know me know Brooks, who I was with, married 24 years, with her 28 years. I tell the whole story. So she showed up and came
That's
Easter.
in the show? That's in the show?
Well, it's in the show, but she showed up at the show.
Oh, wow.
You know, the show discusses my whole life. So it talks about my first wife, then talks about Brooks and our 24 years married, 28 years together, and her introducing me to Venice. And then stuff that I did in that relationship. Like I had a relationship on the side, which brought about a daughter.
He
and
mentioned
I had
all
to go,
of this.
Yeah, I had to go and face her and tell her this. And she passed out, and I had to deal with that. And every night I apologized to her. I go to the edge of the stage and I say, Brooks, I know we weren't in the right space.
And Brooks came.
You know, I said, I know we wasn't in the right space, but you did not deserve my betrayal. I know what I've broken could never be fixed, and I hope one day you can forgive me. I stand at the edge of the stage and say that. For 9 shows, the 10th night, she showed up. So she's there, my queen, my true queen, and what I finally found is sitting there because I honor her at the end of the show.
Absolutely.
I do 10 minutes about what she means to me. So I've been doing it every night, and then on Easter, Brooke showed up and sat in the show. And boy, you want to talk about being nervous doing that show. When I'm doing a part where I'm in the bathroom, 3:30 in the morning, I'm smoking crack. I'm just flicking that lighter like for 2 hours.
And she in another room.
And she 100 feet away. I can't believe she wasn't asleep, that she didn't hear me. Come on, I'm flicking this lighter. My thumb is red and sore. You know, I'm doing this. And I did that for the longest. And she never got up or never said anything, you know. So it's, she must have knew. You know, so anyway, so I'm telling this story and she's sitting in the audience and I don't know if that's something she'd ever want me to reveal. And I'm telling the story of how she made me agree to never see my child.
Oh, yeah.
And never see the child's mother.
Yeah.
You know, until I finally went to my minister, Michael Beckwith.
Yeah.
And the baby came at 7 years old. The mother brought the baby and said she wants to know the daddy. And so I had to go to my minister and say, what am I going to do? I promised I'd never see the mother or the baby. And my minister said, brother, that's not a promise you can make.
You can't keep that one.
You can't make that promise. You need to go home and tell Brooks that you have a child and you want to know this child and raise this child. And all of this is in the body of the play. And I'm saying these things and she's sitting right there. You know, and so when I hit the edge of the stage and look this time, I'm looking directly at her, but thank God the room is dark. So I can't see her face. Yeah. And I'm saying it to her. So now I'm waiting to see the aftermath. And it was my best show. The Easter show was my best show. And she stuck around and came and hugged me and said, Michael, you did a good job.
You know what, brother?
And I was like, wow.
When you do
really
that,
liked it?
What you're doing when you put that positivity back on the wheel is you are breaking the spell of agony that you caused in the first place.
Wow.
When you are that open and you are naked, that spell, that negativity relies on, cannot live unless you run from it. It can't live. If you turn around and face it, it'll die. And that's what's going on. Yes, that's you.
That's why he's so critical to today's topic. Because in the show, he talked about how he was functioning. Nobody knew. Nobody knew. He had movie roles.
Functioning addict, everything.
Robert,
film, television.
Nobody knew.
Cable.
He was a crackhead on time.
Helped create Comic View. Did Def Jam.
Nobody knew.
I'm going to get this rock,
And
but I'm going to be
nobody
there
knew.
tomorrow at 3:15.
Man.
So let me tell the brother the topic, Jeff.
What's the topic?
The topic is the Screen Actors Guild of Everyday People. A deeper look at the nature of hypocrisy and its grip on the minds of men. I have a couple questions and I'm going to throw it to the panel and y'all talk about it.
But wait, before we go, can I just congratulate you on the near knockout? I want to talk about the punch that was felt around the world, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be very brief. I am an acquaintance of
Mr. Spears?
Of Mr. Spears.
Yes.
I don't call everybody my friend. Everybody my friend. I don't think he's my friend. I know him. We're cordial. When we hang out, we work together. Everybody my friend. Everybody say they're your friend ain't your motherfucking friend.
Come on now.
Be clear on that right now. And your real friends don't have to tell you because that you know about how they treat you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
friends know the story.
So when I saw this, I was thinking, God damn, this is overdue. Somebody should have smacked the shit out of Aries Spears long ago. And for me, it felt like a David and Goliath moment because here is the monster who goes through the community and he ain't nice to other comics. And he just, I constantly have complaints about him from younger comics who's trying to come up. And why aren't you nice when you're making money and you're doing what you love to do? Why aren't you giving that back? You know, because we are the example. If whatever example we set is what the youth and what the people come up get. If they get that you're a fucking beast and a giant and an ogre. See, well, let me tell you why David was so powerful. David and Goliath. And that's why I think about this. Because Goliath wasn't just an ordinary giant. He was a nasty, low-down motherfucker. He said, I'm going to come and kill people and fuck all your women and everything.
Right. You might as well line your bitches up.
Yeah, he was a terrible motherfucker, you know. And
37, 38.
Yeah, line them up.
All these bitches.
But David said, I'm going to take you out, not because of the weaponry I have.
Right.
Not because of who I am, but who I'm with. Do you see who I'm with? He showed up with God.
Right.
1 plus God is a majority and will take on any motherfucker. So when David stood up to him, he wasn't standing up to nothing. When you stood up to him, you wasn't standing up to nothing. Now your punch was way off.
Thank you.
Yeah.
There was
That
not
is not how I
one
taught
solid
my
punch.
brother
But
how
you
to
have
punch.
one thing I have to say
When Ludacris
to
said-
Aries' credit. Aries knows how to protect his head. You could tell.
That ain't the first time that nigga done
Thank
folded
you.
up.
You could tell that this nigga been hit the phone.
That nigga folded up. He folded up like a beach chair.
And I will end what I have to say by telling you that I brought you a gift, my friend.
Oh, God.
You want some gloves?
These are Everlast classic boxing training gloves. Now,
You need the training ones on.
I'm gonna need you to be more exact when you punch.
How about that?
Straight
How about that?
I need straight punches.
How about
I don't
that?
need no roundhouses.
Right.
When you close quarter, pow, you got to hit straight.
got to
So
punch
there you
straight,
go, bro.
brother.
And that's
Thank
really why I was kind of late because I was
I've been
all
telling
in
you.
my garage trying to find them. I said, I know I got these gloves. I got to find these gloves.
Straight from the west side of Chicago.
I didn't teach him how to punch like that.
That's
what
right.
y'all
That's
know.
right. But you did what you need to do. You stood up. Be saying no stuff about
That was the
Barack
elbow.
and
That was
all
the elbow from around the world.
Somebody said you threw a fin. You weren't trying to throw straight punches. You were throwing thin cuts.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, back on topic.
Back on topic. Listen, if you're just tuning in to Dash Talk Radio,
Every topic is going to run through them waters.
I see the ZOWHAT show. Oh yeah, we got some juices, man.
Oh,
Here,
yeah. Let me see. I'll take one.
Ooh, shit. All right. We're back. Welcome to Dash Talk Radio. This is the ZOWHAT Morning Show. That was Michael Colyar clowning the shit out of me. So,
No
thank
praising
you.
the shit out of me.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
So again, today's topic is about hypocrisy. And I have a few questions to rattle off. Please bear with me. And after I ask the questions, I want to get you guys' honest opinion about it, okay? Kev, Mike, Jeff, what exactly is a hypocrite? How are double standards and hypocrisy related? Do all great human beings, as well as small ones, have flaws? Should politicians, preachers, thought leaders, and social influencers use their personal shortcomings and flaws as an effective tool to lead their audience into greater understanding? Oh, that's heavy. That's
Nice.
How does media affect people and shape their perception of reality? What is humanity's biggest flaw? Tell me about a time when you learned from a mistake. When was the last time you took responsibility for a personal failure? Yikes. God damn.
That's a big one.
Yeah. When was the last? Yeah, there it is right there. Is personal accountability hypocrisy's kryptonite? I'm going to give it to y'all right now.
On that last one. yes, and
I'm
yes.
going to give it to y'all. Y'all tell me. Mike?
That's a lot of questions right there you asked. An awful lot of questions, but yes. To be able to face it and say it and tell your truth is a big thing. And most of us cannot face our truth, and hypocrisy saves our ass. We say one thing and then we sometimes do another. You could actually end the show by just saying Donald Trump and then go home. Hypocrisy it's an ugly thing. We want to shake it from the core of our individual being. We don't want to be part of that. The end game is truth. The end game is honesty and truth. Light is the truth. And we only are hypocrites because we have to hide something. We feel the fear. And so our best way around it is to pretend that it is not what it is. At least that's what it was for me. I mean, like I said, I was a functioning addict. I was functional while being dysfunctional. But I was a functioning addict because I never want the world to know for so many reasons. It could interfere with jobs I could possibly get or not get, relationships, so many things. And so you would lie about it, but I loved crack. Oh my God. I mean, I missed it when I stopped.
You didn't do it because it felt bad.
No,
you didn't stop because it felt bad.
No, I didn't. I stopped because it was not helping me. It was anti-productive. But I loved crack. I missed it when I stopped doing crack. I missed it like you mix. You know how you missed a bad girlfriend, the one that fucked really good, but the bitch crazy. Well, so when she do, you want to get the fuck out of here. Right. You better get out of here. You better take all your shit. Don't come back around here no more. Don't call me. Don't fucking call me. That's how I missed it at first, But then I realized as my eyes cleared, that all that was a weight that was on me. It was like putting my life on pause. All these cats used to look up to me. Cedric the Entertainer wanted to be Michael Colyar, so I heard, when he was in St. Louis, wearing the hats and the suits. He wasn't doing that. They was watching me. I was wearing suits when Steve Harvey was still wearing hammer pants. D.L. Hughley, all these cats used to look up to me. But then I one day I took a rock and I dropped it on a hot piece of glass. I wonder what happened if I dropped this on this hot piece of glass. 23 years later, I'm scrambling, trying to get my footing again, while those cats who used to look up to me are rich enough to pee cream. And maybe I could talk to their assistant's assistant. But
they got a cream for you if you pee in cream.
Yes. So because when you're in a casket, you're on permanent hold while you're getting high. So I was having fun. Yeah, I was having fun, but everything else was going past me. I wasn't stacking dollars. I never made less than 6 figures a year in the 27 years I've been here, but didn't have no money in the bank, And I mentioned that I want to show you this picture real quick, just from my book. My new poetry book called Miss Innocent Goes to Cool School and Other Silly Stuff, which is a poetry book for adult children. And I have a poem in there about my addiction called A Piece of Crack on Your Crack Attack. And so the artist depicted me inside a cocaine vial. And on the top of the vial, it says R.I.P. for rest in peace, because that was my casket. And then inside it has a man with a crack pipe on his shoulders, because that was the weight that I carried. And on my leg is a rock ball and chain, and the ball is a crack rock, because that was the weight that I carried. So I only say that to illustrate, when you getting high, you putting your life on pause.
You need to get this tattooed.
Really?
That's unreal.
He looked at really, nigga.
No, that's the dopest, man. That's one of the dopest pieces of art.
It's a cold new book. We ain't here talking about the book. I was just trying to illustrate the ideal that, hypocrisy is rough, and hopefully we can eliminate it from ourselves completely in a lifetime, but most of us deal with it.
Kevin, when did you overcome your inner hypocrite or are you still working on? I know I'm still working on mine.
Well, hypocrite meaning to be an actor or a pretender.
Speak on it.
To be a hypocrite, usually you have to be consciously doing that. So you have to consciously be saying or professing to be about something and then literally doing the exact opposite. So that's usually what a hypocrite is. If you don't understand, if you don't know that you're doing it, if you're not aware of that you're doing that, then you're not really.
So you're saying intent plays a role,
big role.
It absolutely
in
plays.
being a hypocrite.
Yes,
You got to know you're doing it.
you gotta know you're doing it
Gotta know
because
you're
there's something called perfection. Everybody, you say there's no such thing as being perfect, but perfect only means balance. Right. So, and then the word flaw, it only means to be, it means like splinter or a flake of something. So it means not to be whole.
So like a fracture.
Yeah, a fragment of something.
Wow.
So when you're flawed, that just means that there's you're fractured. Like you said, there's a splinter of you missing so that you're not whole. So, being a hypocrite, and also the ultimate meaning goes back to separate slowly. So it's actually, you're finding out about you. It's actually to find out about something slowly. So to truly be a hypocrite, you have to be consciously doing something the opposite of what you're professing they're doing. But the actual meaning of hypocrite was basically to slowly understand who you are, eventually to become that person.
Wow. Jeff, here comes some ignorant shit. I can just hear it come.
Hypocrisy, hypocrite, and hypocritical are all different words because they all mean different things. Hypocrisy is the practice of being a hypocrite.
Yeah, the act of it.
So like the medical industry, right?
Yeah.
You take the Hippocratic oath to never do any harm,
Right.
But then you okay prescriptions that actually kill
And
people.
NutraSweet. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And NutraSweet.
You're going to tell me weed is bad, but NutraSweet's okay.
Right.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
Okay. It is possible to be hypocritical and not be a hypocrite.
How is that?
How is that? It's very intent. When we say intent,
Okay.
well, from a place of intent, if I mean to tell you, Michael Colyar, bruh, you really, God bless you for not smoking crack because that shit's horrible. I'm down in my car. That's hypocritical. For me to be a hypocrite is for me to tell you some shit. Tell you. I'm telling you, dude, this ain't the right way. This ain't the right way. And then I go do this thing and I told you purposely to keep you out my way, to keep you in your rut, to keep you when you're a hypocrite to me.
That sounds like some niggas' parents.
But I don't see the difference. I don't see the difference in the two examples you gave.
Yeah,
okay.
Me neither.
You don't see the difference between being
No. I see intent in both of them.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
still intended to go get high, even though
You told him.
the person not to get high. And even if you didn't tell them, if you frown on someone getting high and you get high, you are still intentionally being hypocritical.
Okay. Here's
Just like I said, somebody's mama and daddy.
Yeah,
exactly.
This is what mama and daddy do.
Here's where I feel the difference comes in.
Okay.
Is when my hypocrisy is used as a device to separate, put above, don't steal jokes, don't go over time as a comedian. If I go on and do that, it's one thing if I'm doing that because that's just my get down. It's another thing if there's a showcase tonight and Fox is here and I didn't tell all you niggas, hey, look, gonna be running a light.
No, sir. No, sir. It's the same thing.
You think it's the same?
It's the same thing
I do
because you
too.
still have intent. Because you know goddamn well if that's your style to go over. And if someone said, hey man, don't go over, it doesn't matter whether it's a showcase or it's not a showcase, you know that's your get down. So only way for it not to be intentional is although you know that's your get down, this night you don't get down like that. Right. This night, because you know it's gonna hurt other people and you don't think you're gonna take your 8 minutes. But there's not a way, I don't think, of being hypocritical without intentionally doing it. You have to intentionally do it. You have to say, don't fight people, then slap the shit out somebody. You have to say, don't eat beef and then slip in the back and have a fucking burger. You have to know it for it to be hypocritical. I don't think you could be a hypocritical on accident.
Right.
I don't think there's no such thing.
Right. And this is why I did the show. Right. The question is it human nature to be hypocritical? Right. In my last book, The Relationship Dismount, How to Stick the Landing When Exiting a Toxic Relationship, I quote Eleanor Roosevelt when she made the statement that everyone is, she said she was driving past a construction site. Mm-hmm. And there was a sign that said under construction. And she took the sign and said, oh, that's human beings. Mm-hmm. Everybody is under construction.
Right.
Nobody is finished. Nobody is complete. Nobody's perfect. Mm-hmm. So everybody's still under construction. So in doing this show, people were saying, oh, Zoe's a hypocrite. Zoe's supposed to be the voice of reason. Zoe is supposed to, be the most reasonable person in the room.
Who said ass whooping ain't reasonable?
But let me set it up and then I'll throw it back to you guys. I say that's a female thought process.
How about that?
No disrespect to women, because I'm not trying to disrespect women, but I point this out to sisters all the time. I'll say, if you know, right, that this dude, or not even your guy, let's just say people in general, you say, hey, do people have limits? Most women will be like, hell yeah, everybody got their limits. But when a dude becomes their guy, a woman will think, you're not supposed to do whatever your flaws are to me. They'll have that belief. And I'll say, wait a minute, hold on. If you know what he is, and you okay with him directing what he is to other people, because you have no idea how many women reached out to me and was like, that shit was sexy, you swinging on this nigga.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So if you know what he is and you're all right with him being that towards other people, but you have an expectation in reverse of that as it pertains to you. You see what I'm saying? Like, oh, he ain't gonna never be that way to me. Yeah, he's the same motherfucker. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm wondering here, though, if in this particular case, if we found a case of being hypocritical without intent. Because your intention is not to be violent. That is not your intention. But you could be pushed to it.
Yes.
See, a man is a man. The thing that I really liked about what you did is it was a man move. See, black men are rare. I love Bernie Mac because Bernie Mac was a black man. I love my president, Barack Obama, because he's a black man. Black men are niggas. You can find niggas anywhere. You open the glove compartment of your car, 4 niggas will fall out. Them motherfuckers everywhere. But black men are rare, and black men, certain things they just don't stand for.
Come on, bro.
This guy was pushing you past a certain limit.
And it wasn't like you just jumped up out of nowhere.
The argument was not an argument of substance anymore. It was the straw man argument.
Right.
I'm not going to attack the subject. I'm going to attack the person.
Right.
And so he crossed the line with that. Look, when I was in the Army, I was still married to my first wife. This brother said to me, man, I'll be glad when you ship out so I could fuck your wife.
Wow.
Now wait a minute. I didn't even like the bitch at the time. I didn't even like her. At the time, I did not even like
it. It ain't about that.
But still, that ain't the kind of shit
you say
to a motherfucking man.
No.
So I cornered the guy. I got him going to a barracks room. Two guys had a barracks on the main floor. And I said, can I borrow this room for a minute? And they said, why? I said, because this guy said he's going to fuck my wife. I got to fuck him up. And so they said, okay, under 2 conditions. Number 1, we get to stay in the room. And number 2, if y'all tear our room up, y'all got to clean the room up. And I said, cool, no problem. So I called the guy into the room. He came in. I locked the door. I said, what'd you say again? He said, man, I can't wait till you leave so I can fuck. And I hit him so hard. But when I hit him, he fell back. You know those little short refrigerators you buy for the college dorm and stuff? Mini fridge. He grabbed the door and ripped the door off the refrigerator.
Damn.
Well, I had to do an immediate reassessment. I wasn't expecting that shit. So I just charged the brother.
That's it.
I only won by biting him. That's the only reason I won. I bit the shit out of him.
If a refrigerator door is fair, then bite him.
Yes, I made him apologize and clean up the room. But I only got in that situation because what he said was not a thing you say to a man.
No. Right.
You know, me and my wife weren't even together anymore. I was divorcing her. She had already went to America, joined the army, and got restationed where I was to be right there. And I wasn't even with her no more. But you don't say certain things to certain people.
Right.
So if my intention was not to battle, but a motherfucker pushed me in battle, then I'm not doing something because I am intentionally doing it. I am now responding to my emotion. To the situation, which I think that was a situation in your situation because you were responding. This guy put you in a position where you ain't had no choice.
That was kind of what I meant when I said earlier. It's about to me. You can't put this dude on the cross for what happened with him and your man.
But
Aries.
that goes back to my point about being human, right? We always say to err is human, to forgive is divine. Let me just.
Right.
Human beings have limits. Everybody has a limit. And that's why I was using the analogy of sisters and men, our interactions. Sometimes sisters will think your limits don't apply to me because I'm your girl.
And I can call the popo.
And you understand what I'm saying?
So I'm going to bully you with my social station.
But do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
There's that. That's just an analogy of it. And I'm saying, to me, when you get people who will call somebody a hypocrite, I'm saying, in order to call somebody a hypocrite, you must first lead with your flaws. And that must be public knowledge. You are a motherfucker who owns his shit all day in America.
Thank you.
Anything I've ever done, I said it before on the last show. If you do something public, you own it publicly.
That's it.
Right? So if you a man like that, then you can call somebody on their shit.
Well, I'm going to call you on your shit right
Go ahead.
You bruh. I love you. Please don't beat me up.
Jeff,
don't worry, he's gonna miss.
He's gonna miss. Here, put your elbows, put your faces on stump.
But still cover yourself up anyway.
I'm still gonna fold up. I'm gonna fold up.
Don't worry, he gonna miss.
Pretty please with sugar on top. Stop beating up you about this subject.
What's up?
The concept of this Aries ass whooping. Okay.
Are you beating yourself about that?
Oh my God.
No, you are lying to me. Huh? You should be patting yourself on the back. What did I do that morning?
He keep talking about.
What did I do that morning?
He called me.
I called him that morning to congratulate him. It was my first call. It was my first call of the morning. I said, where do I send the gift?
I don't know where. I might have fallen. I must have fallen third, second, third, or fourth in that line. I called him the next day. When I heard about it, I told him what happened before I watched the video. And I'm like, dude, what you did with it. My principles are simple, which makes my decisions hard, but they're never unclear. When your principles are simple, sometimes your decision is going to be hard to do, but they will never be unclear. It was very clear that this nigga needed some donuts put on him.
Yeah. I'm going to go the other way.
Right.
I got to go the other way.
You can't be mad at yourself when you right a wrong. And that's right. That's what happened there.
Zoe knows.
That's what happened there. For anyone who's watching, you right it a wrong.
But
I'm sorry.
Again, let me get this in, because Zoe knows I've trained him for 1.5 years, and Zoe knows my philosophy. So
philosophy.
Yes.
That's my philosophy.
My philosophy. You were always talking about using them doorknobs. But again, you should never use those doorknobs unless you physically have to, unless somebody touches you. Most martial artists, they have a very calm demeanor because they know if they get into some shit,
they're going to hurt somebody.
They're going to hurt somebody.
It's going to be helicopters
really
and police tape. Yeah.
I mean, really bad. I mean, a calm demeanor to where you can curse them out. You can call them bitches and call their mamas, all kind of shit, and they won't do anything.
Okay.
And if you touch them, then it's a different game.
Okay, maybe he shouldn't have hit him, but he should have choked the shit out of him.
Yeah.
He should have choked him till the feet wiggle. He should choke the feet to start wiggling.
That's right. Till his limbs get loose.
But again,
his limbs get loose.
So Zoe is super smart. Zoe being super smart and super witty. Zoe could have destroyed that dude in that way. He could have destroyed him in 50 million different ways, and he understood the whole time. The dude did deserve.
But you can't always call on emotion. Quiet chain cane. Listen to me.
Thank you. Yeah, grasshopper.
No, because we would like to do that.
I'm telling you
David
from experience.
Carey.
I'm a man. I have a temper that if I wasn't in martial arts,
you turn green and rip out your clothes.
I'm a nuclear bomb.
Yes, sir.
Right.
So I'm only telling you from experience.
Bruh. But look, I was on Venice trying to reshoot. I was going to reshoot a special I'm doing out there. So we just walked around. They had cameras. White folks got the cameras. And I went to my original spot. And there was a guy there smoking blunts and shit. And he was out there trying to do comedy. Miss Kaya, I'm doing comedy because of you. You inspired me. That's why I'm here on your spot. He had a big old piece of rolled up newspaper. It was supposed to be a fake blunt that he was joking with. I said, well, I'm going to come back in a little bit. And I want to try to shoot a little something here. He said, come on back. When we came back, he tore up drunk. He high, talked shit. Somebody had jumped on him and took his props and beat him up.
So comedy wasn't going that well that day.
Comedy wasn't working that well that day. So I said, well, let me have 5 minutes on the spot. He said, cool. So I'm set up. Once they start filming, he kept jumping between me and the camera. You can go on YouTube and say and pull up Michael Colyar in a fight on Venice. He kept jumping in between, right? And jumping, lollygagging. Hey, here I am. But I'm all about peace. I'm a God man. Right. I'm about peace, but I'm also from the projects. Right. Robert Telehome, 4352 South State Park, 909.
I get it.
So I'm out here, and he keeps jumping between me and the camera, and I keep saying, bro, why come on with that bullshit, man? So I said, look, you want some money? I gave him $5. Why don't you go? He took the $5, balled up, threw it on the ground. I picked it up, put it in my pocket. But he kept going. It was mine anyway. Right. So he kept going, and then finally, he slapped that hat off my head.
Oh, no, he did not.
I'm from Chicago. You remember when people used to say, knock this off my shoulder?
Yeah.
Well, where I come from, somebody slapped the hat off your head.
It's over. Come on.
That shit is on. So now I'm out here trying to pound the dude. But he drunk, so I can't get my hands on him. I'm swinging, I'm trying to punch. I can't get him. And I had
forgotten. You with the drunken monkey?
I had forgotten that I'm a God man. I had forgotten that like Zoe, that I am a master with words. I have ocular proof. I can through witticism, I should be able to destroy it. But I let the emotion side slide in, and I forgot who I was. And then I stopped myself abruptly, and I stopped, and we left. And when I got to the church, I was sitting in church, and I was like, I shouldn't have been doing that. I'm doing 30 years of telling jokes, writing books, and I'm not clever enough to talk down an ignorant, drunk motherfucker. I had forgotten who I am. And because of the emotionalism of it, right? So I went back the next Saturday to find him to apologize. And when I called the producer, she said, well, I'm not going to be able to get a camera. I said, bitch, this ain't about you and your camera. It's about righting a wrong. Right. I should not have been out there fighting my brother, and he was drunk. Right. So I was really wrong because I should have understood that he ain't got control of his faculties. Exactly. And I should have done better. So I went to go. I didn't go by myself. Took some people. Because the whole time he had guys with him. They talking about, man, we gangster, all this shit. So I didn't want no trouble. So I called one of my martial art friends. I called 6 other people. None of them showed up. Okay, so I'm on my way down the alley. I'm heading to my spot. The martial arts guy showed up. Then 3 other brothers showed up. They said, Mr. Kai, man, you working today? Woo woo. I said, no, but I got to go apologize to a guy, and it could be a problem. We with you? By the time I get there now, 6 people with me. When we got there, he was sitting there, and the police was writing him a ticket, and a female cop was writing his woman a ticket for both of them being out there smoking weed on the beach. Right. And he looked over at me and looked at me like a long-lost brother. And as soon as they got through writing the ticket, he came over and apologized to me before I could apologize to him. But my point, in a long time getting to it, is sometimes your emotion will take a hold and you'll forget your intellect.
That's
and
true.
You have to blame it on your heart and not blame it on your mind.
That's true. But then, and learning this,
I got so much to learn.
And learning martial arts and also spirituality, you understand that emotion is powerful energy, but that's what it is. It's an equation. It's E equals motion. Energy equals motion. So there's a difference between feeling and emotion. You should never let a feeling move you to action, because right there at that moment you can lose everything within that split moment just off a feeling and moving you to action.
It's not always a matter of let. Sometimes
it's
about you letting.
But it is
because he did what he could because intentionally he didn't hurt him.
Right.
Intentionally.
I didn't hurt him. He missed it on purpose. He didn't want to hurt him.
Intentionally, you may not hurt him, but you look like intentionally. That first swing was meant for some damage.
No, it wasn't.
That first swing wasn't meant for some damage.
No, intentionally. He straight. He deliberately
I wanted to hurt him. I could have hurt him.
Yeah, and he could have hurt him. But he didn't. I could tell that he somewhere along the line he remembered it wasn't the right thing to do.
Hold on, Jeff. I'm gonna come to you because you got your rant coming. But
you know what I'm talking about.
Let me tell you, Kumo D is the one who's seen it and said it the best out of everybody. Kumo D said that nigga pissed you off so bad that when you got up to swing, you was mad that you were mad.
Wow.
That's what he said.
Wow.
He said you were mad because he got you mad. That's what you were really mad about.
Right.
Not even him. And he said you pulled your fucking punches because you didn't want to hurt. Mo D saw it.
He did pull the punches.
I pulled those
I
punches.
admit that shit.
So I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Man, that
Big
first
homie
swing,
Jeff.
that first swing was a hurricane past his face.
I got so much growing.
Okay, go ahead. He said I got so much growing.
I got so much growing.
That sounds good.
I'm gonna take. I gotta
That
take.
ain't what happened.
Michael Colyar has always been a cat that I have paid homage to, looked up to in this game, and I have got to grow to where you are. Because from coming from 60th and Damon, I got a black belt. I boxed in the Marines. I can take care of myself.
I boxed in the Army.
Yes, I can take care of myself. And I'm telling you something. At 52, with a pot gut and bad knees, if you say the wrong thing, like I said last week, I will pop one of these road flares because they ain't matches no more. They road flares now. It ain't gonna be just over no regular shit. Because especially when I'm dealing with another grown man, especially a man I know, it's got to be another way to do this. We gonna seek that other way out. Mike,
I hope you don't ever make it to the point though where I made it. I almost killed 3 people in my life. And I'm gonna tell you, the last one I told you guys last week on the show where I put a hole in the dude's head. That was probably the worst one. You don't ever want to get to that point, man.
It's too late. I've done that. I've done, bro.
Okay,
I've been there.
A dude is
and
slipping
do you
out.
know what? Yes, I put somebody in the hospital before. The only reason I didn't go to jail is that this dude had a knife. I didn't have. I was empty-handed.
Defending yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, I understand. That's
I just
a different thing.
quickly threw my leather coat over his head.
Oh yeah, defending yourself. I'm
And
not
then
even talking about that. Oh, there's no feeling
but
behind that.
here's why I'm gonna say this. I'm done. Here's my point. That you are on as a man. You are on the food chain every day. You are on the food chain. It is not up to me if you shoot and I shoot back for me to pull back the caliber of my gun. You should have thought about my gun before you got in this gunfight.
I agree with that if the bullets are fist and I'm throwing back my fist and my fists are Scud missiles and you got some motherfucking little 22 bullets.
Yes.
I get that. But again, if somebody's just running their mouth all damn day and you not touching me, that don't do shit. Your
It
fucking
depends
words
on
don't
what's
fucking
right.
touch me.
Sometimes
They
running
don't-
your
they don't
mouth.
fucking- they don't do
Sometimes
nothing
running
to
your
me.
mouth touches me.
But doesn't do anything. But I guess I'm different. I guess I'm different because there's nothing that you can say to me that can get me
Like
to
I
hit
say,
you.
Quiet
There's
Chain
just
Kane.
nothing.
If you have that type of solace
I
upon
have
you,
no emotion,
God
dude.
bless you. But
I
remember,
just don't.
Even Quiet
bless
Chain
you.
Kane had to kick little ass.
When they
No,
touched
he
him,
didn't.
no.
Hey.
When they touched him.
He ain't lying.
When
He
they
ain't
touched
lying.
And they didn't even touch him.
Go back and look at the movie.
I
There's nothing
understand
they
it.
can
No,
say to
go
him
back and
that
look at
got
the
him to whoop
movie.
some ass.
They didn't touch him. The prince was trying to punish someone else 2 times for something he had done once.
Oh, wow.
And that's when Quiet Chain Kane stepped in. Because you don't punish a man twice for something he did one time. And that's when he stood in. After that, everything was always self-defense.
Yeah.
But there
that's
was
true.
a moment
So
even
listen.
in his life where he had to step up and say, wait a minute, we ain't doing this.
Well, yeah, you talking
Right.
about defending somebody.
So
Right,
listen,
that's
I got to
different
take
thing,
a
too.
quick break.
All right.
This shit is fire right now. Hey, we talking about hypocrites.
Yep.
You know? Have you put on a happy face in your relationship before?
And know you was lying.
And know you was
I
lying.
ain't like that motherfucker.
Right. Are you a master of the relationship poker face? What is a religious hypocrite? Oh, Jesus.
Don't get started on that. We're going to need another whole episode for that.
That's redundant.
Is hypocrisy, here's a good one. Here's a good one. Is hypocrisy as pervasive as narcissism? Oh, God. When we come back, the ZOWHAT Morning Show, we talk about hypocrites, and I'm talking about your punk ass. Come on, fucking hypocrite. We'll be back at 2.2 Dash Talk Radio. Yeah. DJ Julian Ramirez.
He gets down.
He
I
over
like the
there
titty song.
killing it right there.
Titties.
That's that man.
Hey, follow him on Twitter at DJ Julian Ramirez. Right? On Instagram, DJ Julian Ramirez.
All right.
The little cousin of the Night Stalker, Richard Ramirez.
First cousin.
The Hillside Strangler.
Grew up with him, a nice kid.
He said, grew up with a nice kid.
Kept to himself.
Right. Kept to himself.
He was pretty regular, except for the
Hey, welcome
desire
back
to put
to...
his thumb in his dog's butt.
Oh,
Other than that,
Murderers. Some of the nicest people you ever meet.
Oh, my God. Welcome back to the ZOWHAT Morning Show
What are you
on
gonna do after
Dash
this show?
Talk.
Go home and cut up my mom.
Jeff Brown,
What?
Michael Colyar, Kevin Barringer, and Zoe Williams form the august panel that is trying to tackle
I love that.
hypocrisy.
The wordsmith.
Right? Hypocrisy. Is it part of the human condition? Are all humans hypocrites? And if all humans are hypocrites,
Why?
then no one should judge.
Stop it.
Judgment should die if everybody is hypocritical. Now we left, or well, let's say if hypocrisy is judged in degrees. If you have a low hypocrisy tank, your hypocrisy tank is on E, then you are better suited to judge. If you have a hypocrisy tank on F, full, then you should not be able to judge so much.
Just shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. Okay. Are humans conditioned to judge people first and foremost by their actions before understanding where those actions came from? Oh, God. Is judgment, or is the judgment of a hypocrite lacking context? Oh, Jesus. Most people don't understand context. Society paints us black and white in our thinking. Our logic is black and white. Good, bad, right, wrong, period. But what about the conditions and the circumstances that create the behaviors?
The gray areas.
The gray area. Life is gray. Oh, hypocrites. I want to see the gray in your life before you slam your gavel. My friends are here to talk about it. The Screen Actors Guild of Everyday People, a deeper look at the nature of hypocrisy and its grip on the minds of men. So I ask, and I'm going to ask the homie, because he's wise. What is a religious hypocrite in your estimation, Mike? Let's go there.
I think a religious hypocrite is the same as any other hypocrite. He says one thing and does the opposite. He's preaching, well, do the right thing, and instead he's doing the little boys. I'm saying, I'm not calling out names, but you know who you are. You're saying that you're here to help folks, but you're actually purging them for money. You know, I mean, I certainly think that ministers should be paid and they should live very, very well because they do everything. I mean, really, my spiritual leader has done so much for my heart and so much for who I am and taught me how to unfold into my greater self, which teaches me that I can do anything. I can smoke all the crack I want. No, just joking. Which is a hypocritical way to look at a thing, and that's in my show. But he teaches me to unfold to our greater self. I want them to have a lot. But when I see a minister who's always talking about helping people, but he's really got 3 mansions and 4 Bentleys and his own jet, yet he's not spending money to go down to the missions and help the hungry people, and he's not out there doing the food drives and the things that actually help society, I find that hypocritical. I'm not saying anybody can help everybody, because there ain't nobody who can help everybody. Jesus couldn't help everybody. He could walk on water and turn it into what kind of wine did he like? Chianti? Was it Ripple?
Merlot?
The Messiah struck me more as a Zinfandel.
He's a Zinfandel man for the Zen in it. And he even said he couldn't save everybody. But the hypocrisy is when you don't really do what you say you're going to do, when you aren't really who you say you are.
Consistently.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah.
See, oh, that word right there. Consistently and essentially. In essence, you're not what you say you are. But if you are what you say you are, here's the conundrum, and then you do something that is in opposition to who you really are, And those on the outside who don't really know you or understand you, they're free to label you as a hypocrite in that moment.
Mm-hmm. And they will.
It's a hypocritical
and
act.
they will.
It's more of a hypocritical act. It doesn't define the man totally, because everybody has, like you said, moments of weakness. Everybody has flaws. Everybody has those moments where you're
then you'd have to question. Then Jeff,
it defines you partially, though.
Yes, you'd have to question if it's a hypocritical act at all, or if it's just a human act of falling beneath your own standard.
Is it a lesson for you? That could just be a super lesson for you at that time. So it doesn't define you, or it could define you going on in the future. But if you don't take the lesson from that moment,
right?
But again,
I can smoke a bag of
everything
that.
is about the lesson. So,
all right. Well, let's see what Jeff has in store for us. Jeff is a mad scientist in and of his own right.
The mad part, you're halfway there.
Right.
I'm sorry.
We create a space for him on this show called the Intellectual Rant, where we get out of his way for about 3 minutes.
Nice.
So he can purge himself. It's kind of like a shit-talking detox.
Yes.
A shit-talking colonic, so to speak.
To be honest with you, I mean, that's a graphic way to put it.
Intellectual regurgitation.
I see it more like this.
A shit tox.
A shit tox.
A shit tox, yes. I see it more like, remember in the Avengers? The one with where the animal came out the sky.
Oh yeah, the first one. Yeah.
And we'll make it. Zoe is Captain America, and he's giving out everybody assignments, and then he gets to the Hulk and goes, "Smash!" You just
Hulk smash.
Just go, because I can't make this shit make better sense trying to do it the other way, especially since I'm dealing with. If anybody know how to use with the new LG phone, help me out, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
You never know how to work any phone. You're just old. Embrace it.
I'm just old. Let me embrace my age.
Let's get this nigga a Texas Instrument phone. Real quick.
Stupid. Give me the brick phone.
Speaking spell.
Give me the brick phone. Hypocrisy is simply a measure of how well you can lie to you.
Ooh. Wow, I like that.
Yes. The better you are at lying to you, the bigger a hypocrite you are.
Wow.
That's the first victim of hypocrisy.
I was good, too. I was good.
Hypocrisy is a big negative bully bouncer standing in the doorway of your better self. You are not going to get better lying to you. You are not. Hypocrisy is a disease that causes more damage to you than those you afflict with it. When you put your hypocrisy on someone else, they get to see you not do. That's the definition of hypocrisy. Hypocrisy has to leave evidence. It's not really, it's only hypocritical in a vacuum if I don't catch you. God bless the dead, Eddie Long. And this is where I lost, this is where the gay and lesbian movement, y'all became hypocrites to me. Here is a man who not only did he stand in his pulpit and preach that homosexuality was wrong.
Get your hand off them boys.
Not only did he do that, he had parades. He had Pray the Gay Out seminars. And then it comes out that he is handling and fondling and rump wrangling with these young cats.
Rump wrangling.
Ball massaging.
Yes. Turns out, all the time, he's been a fart hammer all this time.
A fart hammer.
And what happens? Where is the gay and lesbian community? Why did you not call for this man's head?
He was giving
the fact that you can get on me and call me a homophobe, which is not in that book of illnesses. What is that book called? The book?
The DSM?
Yeah, the DSM. Yes. The homophobia is not in there. So that's some shit y'all made up. For you to get on everybody except this cat makes you all hypocrites. And you're not hypocrites in a vacuum anymore. Because I can see you. Once I can see your hypocrisy, now it's starting stupid. It starts to affect me, but not how it affects you. Here's how your hypocrisy affects you. every time you get away with it, you grow a callus to the truth.
Wow.
And that truth callus starts to get so tough that you start walking around with it. You're just a big fucking hypocrisy corn. You invaded
a hypocrisy corn.
And you just walking around fucking people over until one day you catch an elbow in the face from life.
A hypocrisy bunion?
You're a hypocrisy bunion. I'm done.
Oh, Jeff's rant, man.
Beautiful rant. Beautiful
rant. But you know what? We could call out other hypocrites.
What is the DSM, though? Y'all lost me on that.
The diagnostic of mental illnesses.
Yes, a mental illness book put together. Drapetomania used to be there.
Right.
Where
homosexuality used to be in this book.
Hysteria.
It's about
who wrote this book?
All of the mental disorders.
Yeah,
it's all psychiatrists, psychologists.
Okay, all right.
And homophobia has never been in there.
No, it was in there.
Was it?
It was in there in the late 70s, 80s, somewhere around there. And then homosexuals got together and petitioned to get it taken out. The first time I heard this information was through the good brother, Dr. Umar Johnson.
Yeah, shout out.
So he explained how it started in the DSM and was labeled as a mental disorder. And then, they lobbied to get it out.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's that. But then you got brothers out there who
homophobes have a very strong lobby.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. they're called the Republicans. Yeah.
They're called Republicans.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, man. Michael Colyar is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. We talking about hypocrites. What about the hypocrites out there who profess that everything wrong with the black community is the woman's fault, the sister, but then secretly covets her attention, chasing her down, hounding her, want to be with her, but publicly talking shit about her.
Okay. Wow. There's a couple of ways to go with that.
I don't know none of them niggas.
Right. That's hilarious.
I don't know none of them niggas. I don't know none of them niggas
either. In the words of Brother Minister Farrakhan, whenever you see a horrible woman, somewhere she was made horrible by some horrible man.
Wow.
I don't care where you look. He said always start somewhere.
Agreed.
If you see a horrible chick, you gonna find a horrible dude. If you, in the words of a comedian I know and respect, if you follow a horrible child home, somebody horrible gonna answer the goddamn door. Okay?
Right. And let me build on that. Let me build on that real quick, because there's degrees of freedom in this conversation. The term degrees of freedom deals with quantum physics. Physicists deal with the degrees of freedom when they're explaining multiple dimensions. So we live in the third dimension plus one, right? So we have height, width, and depth, but the plus one is time. So whenever
which doesn't exist.
Right.
Go ahead.
Right. So whenever
which
you're
is
dealing,
why I was late.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I live outside of time.
So again, whenever you're dealing with, they say higher dimensions, they add a degree of freedom. So now they're up to fucking 26 dimensions. And it's probably going to go into infinity, of course, the more refined their mathematical skills get. But take the metaphor of degrees of freedom and apply it to perspective. Right?
Okay.
The more degrees of freedom you have ideologically, the more perspectives you can see.
Absolutely.
Right? You can understand. The broader your view becomes.
The higher you stand, the further you can look.
So when we have this conversation as it pertains to sisters, and then the brothers who talk shit about the sisters, right? But yet secretly covet them, thus perpetuating this hypocritical, kind of mouth, but behavior is different. Let me bring this out. That's different than a conversation on holding sisters accountable for what they are in control of.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? That's a different conversation.
Absolutely.
So you'll have, like for instance, I was talking to my 17-year-old about reproductive responsibility. You know why you can't have a kid while you young? Because you ain't got shit. This is $2 million investment.
Including intellectual shit.
Including intellectually.
Especially intellectual shit.
So she's sitting down telling me, well, a lot of the girls that I know, Dad, they want to have a child young so they can grow up with the child. I said, that's a ghetto poverty mentality. Because when you ain't got shit, you want to grow up with something that's yours unconditionally.
There's a word that they're leaving out of that sentence. That word is broke.
Right. But
you about to grow up broke with that baby.
Yeah.
But do you understand what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
I'm giving her the context that she needs so she can understand. Oh, this is what, like Antonio Moore's work. I sit down and make her watch that. 2.6% of America's wealth is in the hands of black folk. The other 98%.
Right.
You see? So, and that's including everybody.
That's Oprah's money.
It's in the 6% of the white folks that own all of it.
You see? And that's including Oprah, Bill, Jay-Z, everybody, every Kobe, Jordan, everybody is in that 2.6%. So I say, listen, wealth and legacy is a big deal for black folk. You understand? So you never put yourself behind the 8 ball before you can get your life started by having a child. So this is a different conversation than bashing black women.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's a different conversation. What you're responsible for, teaching her accountability. You got some people who can't differentiate between those two conversations. Trashing sisters while sneaking in their DMs trying to date them versus calling sisters to the table to be accountable for the future they have control over. Well, that's a different conversation. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Well, I think hypocrisy, that's something you pointed to a little earlier, is your hypocrisy tank needs to be a little closer to empty, or your hypocrisy temperature needs to be a lot colder. And some of you niggas is 2,300 degrees Kelvin.
Kelvin.
But I look at it like this. Whatever you're fighting with as a human in the human condition, look at them as competitors. Look at them as contenders. How you gonna tell me not to be a hypocrite? And I'm watching you in the ring with hypocrisy right now, and it's whooping your motherfucking ass. You don't get to tell me how to deal with something that whooped your ass. You can tell me to look at how it whooped my ass and don't do that. But you don't. That's why you don't get respect. When you bring up a topic, when you telling your son, look here, all that drinking is bad for you, and you drinking J&B out of fucking mayonnaise jar. You're like, nigga, that alcoholism is whooping your ass. You don't get to tell me how to deal with it. I get to watch you get your ass whooped and decide not to do it.
But see, this is why I've always wanted to let people know I project with my flaws first. Look, my t-shirt. My t-shirt explains it. This t-shirt happened before me and Aries got into it.
Oh yeah.
50% Tupac plus 50% Deepak equals 100% ZOWHAT.
Yeah.
See, there's this nigga over here.
So Deepak was working all night, and then Aries somehow got Tupac out the car.
To respond.
Wow. Right. Tupac took his cigarette and put it out on the porch and said, "Oh, I'll be
I
right
want to
back."
talk to your t-shirt person.
Yeah.
Nice.
But see, that's always been me. You guys remember the story I said when I got into a fight on the basketball court with my son. At the time, he 14.
Yeah.
So I'm fighting. He got a radio show. This is my homeboy Scott. You remember Scott?
Yeah.
Scott, the military brother?
Yeah.
Good brother.
Good dude.
Me and Scott, we get into a fight on the court.
Oh, shit.
So we scrapping with each other on the court. But afterwards, I go to my son. I go to New.
This fighting thing's a trend with you.
Yes, it is. That's why I can
See?
I go to New. And I tell New, I say, hey, son, how did I handle that? You didn't do good, Dad.
Fuck that off.
You totally blew it, Dad. You could have handled that differently.
Wow.
So as a means of teaching him a better way, making that terrible moment a teachable moment, I have to own it in front of them.
Right.
You got so many niggas out there that's willing to slam the gavel that ain't own shit they've done.
Right.
So I grab my son by the hand. I line up every man on the court. I apologize to every man. And then every guy pulls new into the center and we form a circle. And all those guys said, this is how manhood works.
Wow.
You make a mistake. You own it.
That's right. You
apologize for it. And then you move on.
Right.
Wow.
And then we start the game again.
Okay, but who won the fight?
That's what I want to know. That's exactly where I was.
I think it was a draw.
Okay.
Me and Scott is.
Well, here's why.
No, your son won.
He won the fight.
Your son won.
Yeah.
Because he learned that lesson.
He took home the biggest prize.
Right. You lead. My whole point is you lead with your flaws. I coach parents on the same thing. Lead with your flaws. It's not like you can hide them shits.
Right.
Don't be a hypocritical parent. 58% of all communication in a household is nonverbal. So you can say, do what the fuck I say do versus doing what I do, but they still gonna do what you do regardless of what you say. So at the very least, own what you do in front of those children so they can understand the process of ownership of failures.
I think a big part of that is most parents are too big to apologize.
Ooh, say
Most of them
more.
are too
Say
big.
more.
Prime example, I have 50% custody of my children. Like they spend a week with me. My week starts today. And a couple of weeks ago, the fellas have their own bathroom. The ladies had their bathroom. Right. And I had been in such a rush. My bathroom looked like a dude that just fucking water and shit everywhere and hairs in the sink. And then my son came, he's 10. And he went in there, he took his bath, he got out, he was done. And then I looked at the bathroom. I was like, he had to come in here and deal with
your shit.
My shit.
Right.
My filth. And I said, you know what, son? I got to apologize to you because you had a right to use a clean bathroom and I was supposed to clean it. I'm going to clean it and put it like it go because that's the way you're supposed to do things and I apologize. It's okay, Daddy. I'm sorry in advance then because it's going to be some stuff I ain't going to clean. I said, all right, man. I'm still going to be on your little ass. What you doing? But yeah, man, you cannot parent from a place. You can't parent an imperfect being from a perfect place. This place that you perfect. And if you can only take your advice from perfect people, you're going to have to wait to die because that's where they at. Everybody on this side. Everybody in earth suits is flawed.
I think if you don't lead by example, then you are being a hypocrite. You have to lead by example. My son, he's 37 and he ain't shit. But let me say this. He does still have redeeming qualities. Right. You know, he's smart, but he's not wise.
How about that?
You know?
How about that?
Well, you know, intellect and wisdom, the difference is intellect is the accumulation of knowledge and wisdom is the proper usage of it. Yes. So I have family members that are like that. Real smart. But
tell you all the nutrients in a banana and can't peel it.
See, and sometimes it's your schooling, you know, because sometimes school don't teach you common sense. My cousin went and got 5 degrees in mathematics, walked to a 7-Eleven and got beat out $1.18 because they taught him how to count, but they didn't teach him how to think. Now, my son, he loves the bottle. He just loved drinking. If he could, he'd stick his dick in the bottle. That's his shit. He loved it. Well, I used to try to counsel him while I was getting high. So why would he pay me any attention? I mean, I never got high in front of him, in a fight. But he knew I was out there getting high. But he's like, why don't I pay attention to you? So one of the great reasons for me also stopping is I have a son and a daughter that I'm raising. And I want to be able to say, don't do this. Because I've lived it. I've done it. And that shit ain't gonna turn out that good. Don't do this. And he keeps wanting things. He wants stuff. He ain't got shit. He ain't got nothing. Like I say in the show, living in a one room and rooming with a roomer. That's how he is. He live in one little room in his great aunt's house. He ain't got no car. He only got a handful of clothes. And he's an intelligent young man who could do all kind of shit. But he get up every morning and go get a 6-pack of beer. He start his day with a 6-pack. You know, and then he want to hide the cans. Like, ain't nobody gonna find it. Half the garbage can is full when you put 6 cans of beer in there. A day.
Making $30,000 recycling cans a year.
So I'm comfortable now when I say don't do this, don't do that. He went to jail. They found him. He was standing on the corner one day, sober but waiting on a bus. And he had 3 DUIs that he should have went to court for. And the police rolled up with a warrant with his picture on it and said, excuse me, young man, is that you? And he looked at the picture. He said, yeah, officer. He said, well, your ride is here. Took him to jail for the DUI. I went to visit him. I wouldn't even visit him. For months, I wouldn't even visit him because, you know, you got yourself there. You handle it. I went down to the jail. I'm thinking, like you see on TV, they got the little rooms that's petitioned off.
Petition with the phone, yeah.
Ain't nothing like that at county jail. County jail is one long piece of glass from this wall to that wall with holes poked in it. And everybody stand up against each other trying to talk to the hole. My genius son decides to make a funnel out of paper and talk through so that the sound would come through. But he'd have been in jail 4 months without toothpaste, okay? When that funk and the
funk came through the tunnel,
roaring through that, it burnt all the nose, hair, everything. I just so I had to talk and turn my head. Talk and turn my head. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's understandable.
Hey man, I'm listening.
Anytime your breath is so hot it makes a scraping noise, your breath breaks a sensory plane. Look at that, some hot breath.
Bust through a barrier.
Yeah, we have to lead by example.
What is that? His breath.
Well, I just want to touch on you saying lead with your flaws, and again, you know, it's not being hypocritical when you let people know who you are up front. You're saying lead with your flaws. I'm just saying you letting people know, look, yes, I'm this dude, but I'm also that dude. And if you cross this line, you're probably gonna get this dude over here, the Tupac brother. And so you never profess to be somebody who just all on some spiritual stuff. Well, I won't, you know what I'm saying, I won't go off on you. So to me, you weren't being hypocritical in that aspect. But going back to what Jeff was saying, nobody is perfect. Again, perfect means to be balanced. And so there's we touch on this, a cartoon
Go into that a little bit. Why do you say perfect means to be balanced?
That's the etymology of it.
And before you go further, I do want to say he did make that up front. He did say to the dude, man, I put hands on you, man.
He did.
When people tell you who they are, you gotta believe them. He said that first.
He warned him.
And the guy
he took off his glasses.
Besides that, you do not, if I go up on the top of this building, gravity is not going to warn me about itself. Gravity, okay? I have put myself in a position where I am supposed to understand that all things accelerate toward the earth at 9.8 meters per second squared. And that has nothing to do with how mad the gravity is, how high the building is. Gravity is. When you talk raggedy to a man, it's a damn good chance that ain't the end of it.
You damn right.
Gravity only know how to be gravity.
Gravity don't do nothing. Gravity's gravity, brother.
Right. No, hey.
So I was always under the impression, and correct me if I'm wrong, I was always under the impression that the concept of perfect meant, because of duality, meant imbalance. Because the way the Bible paints the picture in all holy books, you got angels, demons.
Right.
You got good,
black, white,
bad. You see what I'm saying?
Hilarious.
And then I'll throw it to you, and then you give them the clarity. Because I understand it now, but I want you to go from this, breakdown. That's how I saw it. So as I started to study more, I started to think, wait a minute. To be all good is an imbalance. You don't know nobody that's all good.
No.
And then when you start looking at,
didn't they put him on a cross or something?
Right.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You see what I'm saying? So,
and that dude said,
and then I started to think, well, damn, if bad didn't exist, you wouldn't know what good is. So bad is kind of contrasting definition of
what
good.
Makes food so good?
Right.
Hunger.
So explain that to us real quick.
If you look at movies where there's good and evil, even when the good wins, he never totally destroys the evil. You could never do that, because without evil, then how would you know what good is? So balance being or the word perfect meaning balanced. Even the word balance doesn't mean equilibrium. So what
does it mean?
So balance it's a weight. The word balance is just a weight. It means to weigh things out. And so when one thing is off, then you recalibrate the other thing to weigh it to offset it. So that's what balance means. Now, even in China, they don't even have a word for balance. It's equilibrium. So that's what most people think they mean when they say the word balance. It's actually equilibrium. And so to be the yin and yang is equilibrium. That's really what that is.
That's a symbol of
That's
it.
the symbol of it is equilibrium.
So even in the all white side, there's a dab of black.
There you go.
And in the all black side, there's a dab of white.
And so
well, that's what Paul Mooney said. He said if you shake a white man's family tree hard enough, a nigga will fall out. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's real.
Some black and everybody.
But that's real.
I'm sorry.
There goes some niggas.
But going to that.
The oldest just fell out the tree.
But going to what you're saying about being all good. So I always tell people, you never want to be all good or all bad. Good and bad are the same thing. So you want to be in the middle, because if somebody comes to you, if you're all good and somebody comes to you in an aggressive way, you're not going to know how to handle it. That's just how it is. Somebody comes to you and then you get the, I don't like to use them, but very religious people who think that you're supposed to turn the other cheek, and when somebody's doing something aggressive to them or smacking them up, they just take the beating all damn day. That's not how shit goes. Aggression has its place. It's because when somebody smacks you, you smack the shit out of them back and say, look, it doesn't go down like that. Yeah. So again, though, if you're also all aggressive, then when somebody comes to offer you a helping hand, you're not going to recognize that because you think everybody else is out to get you.
Wow. Did Samson turn the other cheek with the Philistines? Did David love Goliath? What about Pharaoh's army?
But dude, I mean, you're going to Bible stories. I mean, all of these.
But a matter of honor. What about a matter of honor?
I like that.
Meaning what?
Meaning that you can cross a line that hurts my honor to the point where I will strike out.
Yeah, and
so that's what I'm asking. What about a point of honor?
That's like righteous retribution.
Yeah,
but again, as someone, to me, if someone is able to say something to you and make you move in a negative way, then you've been beaten. Because
I agree with that too.
That's to me.
No. I agree with that. That's Confucius. It's a great. You're a powerful man if you conquer thousands of men, but you're a great man if you conquer yourself. So I fuck with that.
If you can get past, you can overcome. Remember, control means to slow the roll. It literally means to pull negative roll, to pull it back. So when you feel that emotion coming over you and you about to go, the very definition of control is to slow that energy and pull it back is how you evolve.
Okay.
No, I agree.
Oh, he's killing me. I don't know who she is. You'll tell me. I think I know. Kelly. Prima.
My baby boo.
Bailey, Angelique, that's my daughter and my wife. Who is the lady that with no hesitation, if you saw impending death for yourself, that you would stand between it and them?
My mama.
Your mama.
Mama.
What's her name?
Erlene.
She from the South for real.
What measure?
Yes,
that's
Arkansas.
Yep,
Arkansas. Erlene.
I don't know one Erlene that can't cook. All the Erlenes I know that make monster ass greens. Anyway,
lemon cake.
She does.
Lemon cake and 7-Up.
That lemon 7-Up cake.
Now,
caramel cake.
Okay. Now, Erlene is being disrespected openly and obviously in front of you. Mm-hmm. Is it a victory or a loss if you do not bring that under control immediately?
Yeah, I can bring it under control, but you mean physically bring it under control by handling
necessary.
somebody? If that's, again, that's an extreme. I can jump in there and I can use all the skills that I've gained up to this point diplomatically to squash that situation.
Okay.
I can use. I know a million different things, and even if it's not diplomatically, I understand aggression to be able to quash that energy as well.
Okay.
So again, I don't have to touch someone to let them know that I mean fucking business.
Okay,
and that's agreed.
So
Go ahead.
You're saying only in self-defense then. So, okay, you stand there and somebody slap the shit out of Erlene. Self-defense ain't on the table now.
We just said.
Wait a second.
No, I said earlier in defense. I said earlier in defense of your family.
But no,
I
she
said
don't
that.
have to be
Wait,
defended.
let
She
him
don't have to
finish.
be defended. She already been slapped.
Yeah, it's too late. It's too late.
He's not beating your mama up. He just slapped the
He
shit
just
out of
slapped-
her.
I don't know.
You standing there.
But again, because if I let that go, then he may feel that it's okay for him to slap her again. So then I have to handle that so that he knows, that is some shit that you ain't doing no more. That's some shit that you ain't doing no more.
Hold on. One at a time.
We're
Mike.
tiptoeing.
We ain't tiptoeing?
Yes, we are. Now you're talking
We're
about.
not.
Wait, hold on. One at a time.
But if he slapped her once, he may slap again. No. Now you're creating a situation that's not real.
I'm not creating a situation
Yes, you are. You're fantasizing.
doing all this
One at a time. One at a time. Mike.
You're creating and fantasizing now. All I'm saying is he slapped her one time. He ain't holding his hand up ready to slap again. He ain't balling the fist up. Slap! And fold his arms.
And folded
his arms.
He's on his way to go live on
He ain't
Jupiter
gonna slap
forever.
your mama no more.
No more. Ever.
How do I know that? But I don't know that.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
He's getting on the space
I
shuttle.
don't.
He's getting on the space shuttle.
I don't know
In
that.
that case, if that is your true logic, then how did Zoe know that Aries wasn't going to pull out a machete and chop him into a million little pieces? He didn't know that. Anybody could go with that logic.
But no, it's not because the guy has made an aggressive physical move right off the bat. That's already done.
but
He's
then he
already
stopped
proven.
and folded his
But that doesn't
arms.
matter. He already made the aggressive
then
move.
he
So he's
stopped
already
and
proven
folded
himself to be
his
aggressive.
arms.
Again, that doesn't matter. He's already proven himself to be a physical aggressive person.
I don't
Okay.
think
At
we're
that
being
point in
truthful
time,
here.
I'm able to
Hold
do.
on.
I can come in and do what I need to do. Now,
Which is what?
What you gonna do?
Again, I don't know if he's
in the
gonna
words
do
of
that
Jim
again.
Brown.
So again,
what
he
you
needs to
gonna
be
do?
handled so that he knows that he's never doing that again. That's what. Again, when you learn in martial arts, that's what you learn in defense of your family and of yourself. So if somebody hit my mother like that, you're gonna know that's not happening anymore ever again.
You gonna break him
ever in
up.
life.
You
That's
gonna
not-
break
it's
him
not
up.
going
Just
on
say you
like
gonna
that.
break him. We want to hear you say you gonna beat his ass.
I don't beat ass, dude. If I get to the point where I had to hit somebody, it goes
South.
You just not
ain't
gonna
hard
say
there. I'll burn down a fucking city to
Qui-Gon
kill a
Chang over
motherfucker.
here. All right, listen, we got to
That's how
take
it
a quick
goes now.
I
break.
think you can rest and understand.
He understands.
After
He's
that
trying to keep it in
conversation,
Right.
it's
I'm all
okay.
right.
You did the right thing.
I'm all right. Okay, cool.
It's okay now.
We about to take a quick break.
Yes.
When I come back, Zoe's final thoughts.
You didn't have to hit him. No, I'm just kidding.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Before we go to break, if an idiot picks a lock on the lion's cage and the lion gets out,
An idiot.
Yes.
is it the lion's fault that he just got out a half hour before lunch? Shouldn't the idiot have looked at this feeding schedule and said, maybe, just maybe, I'm going to let them feed this lion them 75 pounds of meat?
I'd like to know the lion's intentions.
Right. Fuck out of here with that shit.
I like to know the lion's intentions.
We're taking a quick break. We'll be back.
King of the
Dash
jungle.
Talk, ZOWHAT Morning Show. We'll be back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ZOWHAT Morning Show. Let me just
And
do
we're
this.
black.
Right, and we're black. Oh, man, I miss your show, brother. I'm about to do my final thought. Let me just say this. Politicians, pastors, preachers, relationship experts, a lot of people, are hard on Steve Harvey because he had 3 divorces. I say those 3 divorces made the man wise on relationships.
hope.
You know what I'm saying? You got to stop with the imbalanced perspective of the people you follow. I know corporate America sets it up for, people to be perfect or not have any blemishes or whatever, but that's just impossible. That's an impossible standard. A hypocrite is someone who doesn't own their flaws, yet is still constantly judging someone else for theirs. At the end of the day, we're all flawed. We all have issues. We all have problems. And a man of integrity or a woman of integrity is the person who claims their flaws, who owns their flaws, who transforms every mistake they make into a teachable moment. Mm-hmm. To me, that is an integrous human being.
Yeah.
And until you do those kind of things, I think it's unfair to pass judgment on anyone, right? Until you graduate from the crucible of self, you do not get to pass judgment on another human being. Like I said, we're all flawed. We're all challenged, but none of us are impeded. A challenge is an opportunity to grow and evolve. An imposition, on the other hand, stops you in your tracks and then really locks you into a victimhood mentality where you begin to blame everybody for your situation and circumstances. Mm-hmm. So, I wanted to do this show on hypocrisy just to say, at the end of the day, everybody is a signpost. And what do I mean by a signpost? Nobody gets out at the stoplight and praises the stop sign for stopping you. Wow. Nobody gets out and goes, "Thank you for saving my life, stoplight."
Stoplight don't get no love.
Right. All it is a sign. Everybody in your life is a sign, a signpost. Mm-hmm. They don't deserve the work it takes to develop you. That's right. But they're there just to point. They're pointers in a certain direction. Yes. You don't have to exalt them and say, "You're the reason why I made it." No, you're the reason why you made it, because you were responsible for the work that needed to be done. Right? What does the word guru mean? From the Sanskrit, from the Hindu. Guru just means the dispeller of darkness.
Dope rapper?
You don't fucking praise the light bulb for illuminating the room.
Wow.
Why praise the man for pointing you in a direction for you to illuminate yourself?
It's easier.
You see what I'm saying? That's what we should not do. And I wanted to take this opportunity just to say, man, don't let human frailty and human fallibility put you in a position to where you raise someone else above you because you think they're better or they're doing better. That's the worst thing you could do. And that sets you up for heartbreak, because everybody is flawed. And when that person falls, your heart and your countenance is going to fall because you elevated them over you.
I ain't better than nobody. There ain't no motherfucker better than me.
There we go. Hey, let me do this real quick. Let me go around the table. Hey, brother Mike, what do you have to promote?
I have a new book. I wasn't promoting. I was having too much fun talking. But I have a new book called The Funny Thing. No, this is called Miss Innocent Goes to Cool School and Other Silly Stuff. It's a poetry book for adult children. I say adult children because people like you and myself who still embrace the childish qualities, that still believe in wonder and light and joy, and that nothing's impossible.
Please read the back. Please read the back.
I will. There's some cussing in it, though, so I just want people to know. First page makes it very clear. This book contains cussing and shit. I want you to know that real quick. And he said, read the back. Please don't steal this book. I need the money to buy a swimming pool for my house. I already have enough money to dig a hole in the backyard. Now I'm just trying to get cement money. Please purchase at counter. Go to my webpage.
It's honest.
My page is The Real Michael Colyar, Colyar, and you can email me at comicking123@AOL.com.
Hey, listen, we're up against the clock. We got to go. I'll see you guys tonight. Voice of Reason, 5 to 7 p.m. Much love for you guys. Deuces. Holla.